There was only one night game a year. On the 4th of July, the whole sky would brighten up with fireworks, giving us just enough light for a game. We played our best then, because I guess we all felt like the big leaguers under the lights of some great stadium. Benny felt like that all the time. We all knew he was going to go on to bigger and better games, because every time we stopped to watch the sky on those nights, like regular kids, he was there to call us back. You see, for us, baseball was a game. But for Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez, baseball was life.
When I was in school, we used to sing something like this.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Now, if those movie clips don't get you ready for 4th of July weekend, I don't know what will. I got an email. My grandmother, my mama that lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, likes to send me emails at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. So when I get up at 4:15, it's the first thing in my inbox. And she reminded me how much we enjoyed this time of year as kids, going with her and spending all our money, all our allowance, and as you just turned that clip on fireworks. Well, we could have invested. We could have, done some financial things as we were at First Century Bank of the Ozarks this morning, which probably would have been the smart thing to do, Tommy, but that was not what we did.
Oh, my kids were into the bottle rockets, and I got up to the Norfolk last night, and they were dabbling in the fireworks already. So we are at Century Bank of the Ozarks, 1894, and we are here in Mountain Home. And I'm looking for the bank candy. That's what we want. You go to the bank to get bank candy, right? So we're here for bank candy and to tell you more about Century Bank of the Ozarks today.
And now Chris may know this, and the team over there at Century Bank of the Ozarks may know this, but do you know why this day is significant for banks?
Well, tell me, oh wise one.
Because 206 years ago, the first savings bank, the Bank of Savings in New York, opened in the United States. So over 2 centuries ago, we had
the first bank ever
in the United States.
The first bank ever opened how many years ago today?
206 years ago, back in 1819.
1819? Wow. No. The first, Chris, was the first bank in America opened 200-something years ago today.
Yeah,
so,
First Savings Bank is what it said.
Look at Ty Richardson bringing knowledge to the situation.
Time to time, I occasionally can do that. So I wonder for all of you listening right now, you can jump in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Tommy's already mentioned he's bought fireworks for the kids. I have yet to purchase any fireworks. Probably going to do that today or tomorrow. I'm going to procrastinate when it comes to buying these things up. Did you give your kids a limit? Did you let them go berserk? I know this time of year sometimes, just like Christmas or any other holiday, there is a budget that's set out. Did you go over that budget this holiday season in 2025?
Yes, we did more this year than we'd ever done. But my daughter was doing a fundraiser with her competitive cheer team, so like some of that money I got back. So I think we spent like $200 and got like $40 back. It's a heck of a financial situation here. Chris Harlan is here. We're going to talk to him in just a second. I see a newly minted 71 model Clay Henry limping in the door here. We'll talk to Clay in just a second. We're close to all the lakes. That means you need to fish this weekend. That means you need to get online at lurenet.com. Find all your favorites by Rebel, Yum, Booyah, and more made by Pradco. You can do that here online, and all U.S. orders over $35 get free shipping as well. That's lurenet.com, lurenet.com. Chris, happy 4th of July, my man.
Happy 4th of July to you.
Man, it is.
I can't believe this year has gone this fast.
Yeah,
half the year's gone.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how quick it has flown by. Ty, tell us that stat again. I want Chris to hear the first bank open.
Savings
Bank.
Go
over that again.
The first savings bank, Chris, 206 years ago, opened in New York, here in the United States. So we happened to be a bank. I just saw, I was like, we're at Century Bank of the Ozarks this morning. I wonder if he'll find that significant or not. Timed out well here on a Thursday.
Ty has been doing his research.
I wouldn't say that.
Clay says that often.
Occasionally, listen. I have this website list Chris, that I go through. It's like 20 of them every single morning. Get the office at 5, start looking at them at 5:30, and I was like, okay, I don't see many bank stats or many bank history dates often, so I was like, oh, I'll bring this up. This could be interesting. So
Yeah. Clay was their third customer when they opened.
Well, could there have been there could have been a different bank? You're just saying savings bank. So there probably were banks
Correct.
before there in America. See, I mean, it's just like that's an insignificant throwaway.
See, there you
all
go.
right, there we go.
I think
We're off and running this.
I would
morning.
edit
Features
that
editor
out
of Whole
if I
Hog
was his
Sports.
editor.
Yeah.
you did have banks, probably prior to that, but it wasn't any sort of corporate, entity. I mean, it was just in a little town in the middle of out west or whatever, and they just took deposits, and there wasn't any FDIC or anything.
The first banks are where you stored your moonshine, right? Those were the original banks because that was what had value way back when. So, Chris, you guys been around a long time, 1894, but you've been here in Mountain Home with this location. Is it 3 years now? We were here when we opened. I was here for the grand opening 4 years ago. Time flies.
4 years ago here, although we didn't have a branch presence prior to that, but we had customers in Mountain Home in North Central Arkansas forever. In fact, my granddad back in the 50s got in trouble because he would make a run 2 or 3 times a week to Mountain Home and get deposits, and somebody turned him in for running a mobile branch. but we always had a customer base here, but not a branch presence.
Clay Henry has arrived for a quick visit. You look like you're ready for the golf course.
I've got golf, Big Creek, in about 45 minutes. Yeah, got a tee time.
So this is better than a bucket of balls hanging out with us.
Yeah, I've got 8-year-old Wyatt from Loveland, Colorado. We're going to go out there and attack that course, and then I'm going to play in the tournament tomorrow. Big Creek's in perfect shape, by the way. Perfect.
We played it yesterday. I said you should come play with us yesterday.
I would love to. All the rain we've had, now we're getting a little less rain and a little more sunshine. It's made the grass perfect.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
it's everything about it is they've redone the roof, they've redone the kitchen, they've built a second putting green by the men's grill. I tell you, they've gone uptown.
Yeah,
in town.
I love the new paint on the outside.
It's now
too.
whitewashed. Yeah.
and the pro shop has been redone.
I think they did it to match Clay Maxey's new house.
It's close.
They're about the same size too.
Yeah, I think Clay's house might be a little bit
sorry,
bigger.
Clay.
Actually.
Heather,
But,
I'm sorry, Heather, but it's a big house.
Chris, I know golf's something you love. One of the interesting things, because I seen some of your pictures on Facebook. You and Coach Broyles had a pretty neat golf relationship. And you played in some pretty awesome places as well.
Yeah, and I know I'm going to tell the story or two, but Clay's got a lot more than I do, so I know that going in. Yeah, and this was late in life for him, but we got the honor and privilege to get to go to Augusta and not only play, but play in or go to the Masters, and they hosted us there. But play a few, I think we went on about 8 trips and 20 rounds plus there. So awesome. Fantastic.
Do you have a shrine of stuff that you've accumulated from your trips with Coach Boyle?
I do have a shrine.
Okay.
I do have a little shrine.
I don't know if you know, I'm going to guess you know Brent Magruder because he's gotten to go on those trips as well, and he's got this whole ensemble of stuff in a corner of his house. I'm going to guess you have something similar like that.
We've got in a pool house. I actually have which we built prior to even going, and we had a lady do a drawing on the wall of Amen Corner, and we put a cabinet in the corner of that, and with a light in it. And at the time, this is 2010, I bought a green jacket from J.C. Penney for $49 and a patch off of eBay, Augusta thing, and put it in there, and it's all lit up. And people
That's
go,
awesome.
You got a green jacket? And I go, well, it's J.C. Penney.
Yeah.
And then because we got to go and
Pretty
everything,
cool conversation
then
starter,
people think
though.
I'm lying, like it's real, and it's not real.
That's a great
How
conversation
when
starter.
you teed off on hole one, because I've had a few buddies that have played out there. through Scott Ford. How is that the most nervous you've ever been on a golf course, Chris?
It is, and the most nervous of all of them was in 2015. My dad and Hank Broyles and Frank Broyles and myself played, and it was opening day in October, middle of October, and you actually couldn't stay on the property that night before because they'd opened literally at 7 in the morning on whatever day, and so we stay in a hotel, get there. Magnolia Lane, 7 in the morning, hit some balls. And Coach Broyles always said, we're going to the range, hit all the balls you want, just do it in 5 minutes. I mean, he'd just go. And so we go out there, and the four of us, and I was first, got to hit the first tee shot.
Wow.
Opening day of the Augusta
Fall
National
golf,
when they opened in October.
That's pretty cool. So I've been privileged to go to 3 practice rounds there, and it is one of a few places on earth that when money's no object, here's what's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the hand of God touched that piece of ground. There's no question. You guys are in the expansion business. I know you're growing here with Century Bank of the Ozarks.
We are, and I'm going to have Chan and Gail talk about more details on this, but we're getting ready to roll out a mortgage product, fixed rate, long-term mortgage product that we haven't really done much of ever here. You know, our thing here that since inception is it's one ownership group since 1894. We've never merged. We've not sold. Same folks. These lenders can get an answer from myself or the loan committee in 30 seconds if that's needed. So quick turnaround. We can do any type of lending, deposits. We have all the technology all the big boys have, but with a personal service that we think's unmatched. So we're rolling that out. We also here last 6 months or so bought off of Clay right at the entrance to Big Creek on the right. We bought a lot for future expansion.
Awesome.
We may do something out there sooner, possibly with some sort of ITM or something like that, even if we're not quite ready for a full service branch yet. But that's coming.
That'd be convenient.
So if Ty would ask you for a mortgage, it won't be 30 seconds. Just say no.
Well, he told me that you would co-sign them.
That's why you should say no. It won't be 30
I
seconds.
know better than that. Listening to the radio.
Clay's name is collateral alone right there. You don't need any other collateral than Clay's name.
Put his river house up. I mean, we could put a lot of things up as collateral, his name, and I think it would. I think it would work out in that situation.
Yeah.
And everything else. I did get Chris. I got this great text from Clay Henry the day after I had a hole-in-one this past weekend. He just and I was surprised, just to be honest, but he texted me. Initial text, he goes, "You probably know this already, but you're still behind me in hole-in-ones." And then he added, "Congratulations."
How many you got?
Yeah, Clay, how many?
4.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's what I thought. But the best one was
I've got 2, and I'm uncomfortable that he's one swing away from tying me. That just makes me very uncomfortable.
So the thing that's really stunning is that you're letting him play golf.
Well, I never thought well, I'll be honest, none of us saw this coming.
Yeah.
So, and here's this. I had some buddies of mine that were on the tee ahead of where this went in. The most unsettling thing is they said the ball hit the green, checked, and actually had backspin.
It looked like it was supposed to be there.
And I'm like, that. Are
Don't
you
you
sure
ever
he hit
forget
it?
it.
I mean, that. I figured it came through the bunker, up over the rake, and somehow dribbled into the hole, but that was not the report I got.
Well, I've contributed to Ty's ability to go play country club golf because I've taught him when he hits a shot to watch it till it stops.
It stuck with
And
me. It has.
We were playing at Big Creek. Yeah, I mean, he hits one that's about 2 fairways over, number 6 at Big Creek, and he just starts walking to the cart and looking at me. And I mean, the ball's still in the air. And I'm like, Ty, where'd it go? And he, over there. I said, where is over there? And I said, listen, when I was 7, my dad taught me if I wanted to play with him, you watch it till it stops, then you mark it, something close, and then you start walking to
There you
your
go.
cart or to your golf bag. I think I made an impression on him because, I mean, nobody wants to play with somebody who doesn't watch his ball.
Yeah, and terrible.
I don't want to go look for it,
I'll tell you another golf
especially ties.
Yeah,
I
no.
play with guys that can't see where they
Well,
turn around and go, where'd it go?
I'm
Yeah.
there.
I've got to help eagle eye this.
Well, everybody should watch everybody's ball. That's the point.
That's true. I will say the other thing I've taken away golf wise is you've told this story before, Clay, with your late father and late Paul Leals when Paul's playing with your dad and a few other friends for the first time and he hits a bad shot and then goes up the tee and your dad, and I'm paraphrasing, you might have to correct me, but saying, are we here to play or are we here to practice? And I will not take I do not like when my buddies play breakfast balls. Like, what are we doing? Like, we've set up the rules, we've set this up. Like, I'm terrible. But that is
You're
one
a big
thing.
rule follower.
Well, I mean, I abide by them, but that is another thing. I'm not a fan of breakfast balls, especially in competitions too.
How about
Mulligans,
how about breakfast beers? Are you a fan
Yes,
of breakfast
those I
beer?
The
will
only person
intake.
that gets a mulligan is the president of the United States. He does what he wants on the golf course.
So, all right, you gonna break 80 today, or are you gonna get shown up by?
I
Wyatt?
don't know. I will tell you this. Since I turned 70, which I'm now 71, I moved up to the forward tees, and it's a whole new world. I played last week, and I think there was one hole I hit a 7-iron, but that was gap wedges all the way around. I mean, and I can hit it straight off the tee. It's not – I mean, I played 9 holes, I guess it was Thursday, and shot the easiest one over. So I –
Wow.
I was hoping that gold tee was at 60.
No, it's
Like,
70.
I'm closer.
It's 70.
All right.
And I've got some guys that I play with that are 80, and they play the red tees. And I don't like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess if you make it to 80,
That's true.
that's what you get. Yeah.
We had a guy, and you may know this guy out here at Big Creek. He's been in a couple of tournaments, and he's like 73, and he's a long
Bombs
drive
it.
champion.
He's bombs.
And
it.
he's like on the green on every
like
par 4.
Like from the gold tees, they're like 320, and he can knock it out.
So what's
Don't-
wrong with you?
The thing is just make sure you're not in his group.
Swing
That's all I
hard.
can
He's
say.
doing too much of this.
Yeah, swing hard. So.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go get on the tee box.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
want
I
to hold
got
up
some
your game.
time,
You got
but
some time? You said
yeah.
you were on the box in 30 minutes.
No, that's when I'm meeting it's 11 o'clock tee
All
time.
right.
That's when I'm meeting the meeting wide at 10.
All right.
We're going to have our warm up,
You're
which will
warm.
not take long.
Have you had a
today.
transfusion?
No,
yet,
we
It's
don't.
not-
Clay?
it is pleasant today.
It was nice yesterday. Cloud cover.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I did yard work yesterday. It was a perfect day. I sprayed 9 gallons of permethrin for ticks. My compound.
You have to have a
is
permit for
tick-free.
that?
Not in Baxter County.
My uncle was spraying some kind of mosquito hose-in
what-
spray last night.
That's
We were
what
trying
this
to
is, yeah.
rid ourselves of mosquitoes. so.
Ticks, fleas, bugs,
Do you,
flies.
do you,
It'll-
you Clay?
permethrin,
You check for
38%.
you check for ticks every time you come in the house before you go to bed.
No, I'll let Gene in. do that.
Second lie of the day. Second lie of the day.
Bing
Well, if
bong.
you're headed
I
out
didn't
for
say she did it. Yeah.
you're headed out for the holiday weekend, y'all have the Hit That Line Now app, don't you?
We
You got it on your phone? You do? It's powered by Taco Bell. If you want something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, do that with Taco Bell. I know a lot of people can be on lakes.
When I was out in Utah,
Yeah?
I listened to it.
Yeah, makes
to
it
you
pretty,
guys,
makes
yeah.
it pretty easy.
Not
So,
for long.
Well, but you listen.
I did.
Well, we recorded that. You know,
If Ty
we
was
put
on,
you down for one.
If Ty was on, I just
The volume went down. The volume went down, then it went back
All right,
up.
come by and see us here, Century Bank of the Ozarks. Chris, it's easy to find. Next door to Colton's. I can give you the address, 2448 US 62 Business. Easiest thing to tell someone that knows Mountain Home,
That's
we're next
right.
door to Colton's.
That's right.
And I think you can find us here. Look for our ESPN Arkansas 1043 Cruiser
He's
Enclave.
parked on the grass.
We got permission, special permission to do that. So parked out front. Clay, you can stop by Warehouse Liquor across the street and get some swing lube before you head over. So
Playing with an 8-year-old.
I know you don't get beat too bad. So
He can beat Ty. I don't think he can beat you yet, though.
can he beat Bart?
Like a yard dog.
All these, I hear all these challenges inviting Bart to come play the back tees at various places. He has
heard
yet to
that.
show any place.
Yeah, I told him today.
We invited him to Hartscrabble in Fort Smith to play the tips, and
So he could break,
no show.
Hey, break 90 break 100 at Oak Tree from the back
Oakmont
from the back tee.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, you have to stop at 13.
Yeah, ain't no way. So, all right, that's where we're at. Century Bank of the Ozarks. Chris, you got some time a little bit later? Or,
I do.
all right,
I do.
we'll pick it up. You want to stay for another segment?
I will.
All right, we'll do some more of that. Y'all hang out here. But Ty, I know we're getting up against it here.
Yeah, we got about a minute to go. I know that some of you have already seen the clip about John Gruden. You guys were talking about Coach Broyles.
I got to go up to Arkansas and speak at one of their Frank Broyles luncheons. Frank Broyles is the all-time legendary coach in my mind. I mean, I picked him up to speak at our clinic when I was a young man. Frank Broyles, great announcer, great coach, man. For the Razorbacks, he won about 150 games and rarely lost. He was a great announcer, too. He was up there with Keith Jackson all those years. That's a touchdown. That was a good run by him, Keith. He straightened out that stiff arm, and he went north and south, and he was gone.
So for context around that clip, Coach Broyles John Gruden was sent a massive equipment box from the Arkansas equipment staff in Fayetteville. We'll get into more of that, but that was talking again about Coach Broyles. He shared a lot of different connections with Arkansas legendary players. So we'll get into more of that. Hog updates coming up as well. We've got our Morning Rush Daily Question this hour. It is a Thursday edition of the Morning Rush live from Century Bank of the Ozarks.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
You guys keep rocking. I love the show.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Looking for a big new game to play? Well, there's no game bigger than the new dino-sized Jurassic World scratch-off games from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, which gives you a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. And if that weren't enough, you can enter for a chance to win an exciting trip to beautiful Hawaii, where you could win up to $1 million. So get down to your local lottery retailer today, and welcome to Jurassic World. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
I do want to ask Tommy a question, just argumentatively, and I hate to bring it up, but because
Argumentatively, yes, dear. This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren. COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Storm season is here. Is your roof ready? Hey, it's Matt Jones. If the weather has wrecked your roof and you need a roofing company you can trust, call my friends at Patriot Brothers Roofing. They have the #1 certainteed roofing company in Arkansas. They are licensed, bonded, insured, and lifetime River Valley residents located in Van Buren.
Thanks, Matt. We are also the only roofing company in the River Valley that installs a full CertainTeed integrity roof system and registers a 50-year warranty directly with CertainTeed. Patriot Brothers Roofing, because your home deserves only the best.
Hey, this is Coach Olenek, but you can call me Doug. I'm one of the co-founders of Fat Boys Fireworks in Van Buren, along with my friend Dwayne Froud. In the fireworks business, you have to be willing to make deals and keep your prices low. That's exactly what we have done for over 21 years. Come see what we mean at 5524 Highway 59 North in Figure 5, Arkansas, 3 miles north of I-540.
So you're going to tell me that you don't have no black cat, no Roman candles, or screaming Mimi? No, come on, man.
Many leather-bound books. My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Do you want to impress your wife? Then listen up. This is Sarah Ligon, owner of Lux House in Heritage Village. Lux House has everything: furniture, decor, candles, and all things home. I have a full line of custom-designed furniture made right here in the USA. Check us out online at luxhouse.live or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. 479-357-0249. Lux House at Heritage Village, Barling. Here to help you stay out of the doghouse for years to come.
I want you in the worst way. He's a dentist. Don't get too excited.
I'm Dr. Bill Ligon, and I believe that premium dental care should be attainable for every hog fan. At Dallas Street Dental, we're offering half-off professional whitening in June and July. Take advantage of this incredible deal by visiting dsd.live. Ask about implants, ortho, and more. We also have financing options available. Call 479-452-6600. That's 452-6600. Come see us at Dallas Street Dental, 8020 Dallas Street, Fort Smith. Don't let a hog's win be the only reason you're smiling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody move big through.
This is your hog update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
The Arkansas Razorbacks were one of my favorite friends and arguably my favorite sports hero of all time graduated. John Daly, man. I was his caddy at a golf tournament. I play golf with him once or twice, 3 times a year.
It was cool to hear John Gruden yesterday unpack the number of different items he received memorabilia-wise from the Arkansas Athletics Department, including a couple helmets. Talked about John Daly, Coach Broyles, amongst other Arkansans, and it was really cool to just kind of see him go over the course of history. I don't know if he had, if someone was rattling off things to him, if he did prep work before, if that was all authentic. Either way, I thought it was a really cool thing just for Arkansas branding purposes to get that to him. So kudos to the equipment staff for Arkansas getting that done and giving him a lot of good things yesterday. 4-star J.J. Bush has committed to the Arkansas Razorbacks from Theodore, Alabama. Missouri and LSU, a couple SEC teams in the running for the 25th commit now for the 2026 class of the University of Arkansas. That's a 4-star linebacker. Saw a video Travis Williams put out with his daughter yesterday. I know he was really excited to get it. Listen, there have been issues recruiting in-state. There's the Chase Campbell thing is the latest development. As a legacy guy, Marcus Campbell that played here. I don't know. I don't have the context of everything. I do know that they're going into certain out-of-state places and getting some guys like Bush. This is a big commit. And again, Coach T. Will was happy about that. And it was a guy that again recruited by other SEC schools. You go into Alabama and get him. I think four stars now, a part of this class, and just hoping he can contribute and stay here in Arkansas for a few years, Colton.
Well, Travis Williams just does a really good job of, at least in one class every year since he's been here, locking down a really highly rated linebacker.
That's
and
a
it's
great
usually in the Southeast, in Georgia, Alabama. I think this may be his first one from Alabama, but you've mentioned him before, Tavion Wallace, and now this young fella out of Alabama, is it Bush, right?
Yeah, J.J. Bush.
J.J. Bush. So really good pickup for him. And, all the insiders and stuff that I trust, people were saying that, hey, we expect this to be an LSU commit. So looks like Travis Williams and company was able to get in there and flip him over to Arkansas. And so you like that. You like to be able to see Arkansas be able to go in there and get highly rated kids out of, states like Alabama and Georgia. And as unfortunate as it may be, it's a dose of reality that those 3 stars as well that everyone likes to make fun of Arkansas for, 3-star U, those 3 stars are all from Georgia and Texas and Alabama, and those 3 stars are usually better than 4 stars in Arkansas.
Yeah, again, this is something to just monitor right now. A lot of these Arkansas kids are committed and not signed. I'm curious to see if there's any changes within that. But again, good news for Arkansas football yesterday, getting J.J. Bush's commitment. So that's encouraging for the Razorbacks. All right, that is your Hog Update this morning. Hog Update always brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, we've got our Morning Rush Daily Question coming up in just a bit. Your calls and texts are welcome as well as we continue on a Thursday edition of the Morning Rush. We were talking fireworks a little bit earlier. I know a lot of you have spent money on the kiddos and got yourself ready for this weekend, and hopefully that everyone is safe. I know there's the occasional story or two that comes out after the fact that things occasionally get a little wild this time of year. So just be as safe as humanly possible. Speaking of wild, do you know today, Colton, is National Redneck Day?
Oh, nice.
I looked up the destination. Well, some people take it as a compliment, and I don't blame them for that. Like the definition is like unsophisticated, which I don't necessarily think is always the case. It's just like a good old country boy, and I guess we can. I guess this guy might be our friend Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources. Larry, do you consider yourself a redneck? Are you on the are you on the redneck spectrum? Are you all the way there? What do you think, man?
Yeah, I guess so. When they used to do those jokes, you might be a redneck if. I was like a punchline like 90% of the time. So, yeah, probably.
Well, you wear jeans to work. I mean, it's like you got a blue collar job, so you got a little blue collarness to you. Again, it's not a It's not a disc. It's a compliment in a certain way, but that's how you got to take it. Well, hey, we're talking about 4th of July this weekend, man. I know that you guys got fireworks popping off at both Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi, and you're taking care of people's state sales tax, not just today, not just tomorrow, but through Monday, man.
Yeah, state sales tax paid when you trade at both stores just through Monday, and we just kind of did that to get off finish a good June. And thank you everybody who did business with us. We had a terrific month, and to get a fast start in July. And just kind of make it easy for our customers to go ahead and make that good decision to get a road-ready certified pre-owned car or a brand-new Mitsubishi right now. Why wait? What a terrific time. Get state sales tax paid when you trade. And we've got a big inventory, cars, trucks, SUVs, whatever you're looking for. Go online, check it out. Call one of our friendly non-commissioned solution specialists. They'll help you find the ones just right for you. And then, we're really good at putting those deals together where they work for you and they work for the bank and everybody's happy, getting you the very best price and payment that we can, making it fit your budget. We'd love a chance to work with you. This weekend, Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Check us out online at rathauto.com.
Larry, have a great 4th of July Day weekend. I know you'll be working a lot, but trying to get off and have a little bit of fun at some point this weekend, okay?
I will. You do the same thing. Everybody have a great 4th of July and come and see us.
That's our buddy Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources here on National Redneck Day. Those jokes that he was referring to, Colton, are great. You might be a redneck if there's a lot of them.
Jeff Fox, I put one on the B-bar for you. There might be one up there.
Okay, all right, we might get into that coming up. Morning Rush Daily Question. When we come back, it is a Thursday edition of the Morning Rush.
And I like that. Wide open spaces, no people. A traffic jam in Wyoming.
This is the Morning Rush.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Looking for a big new game to play? Well, there's no game bigger than the new dino-sized Jurassic World scratch-off games from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, which gives you a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. And if that weren't enough, you can enter for a chance to win an exciting trip to beautiful Hawaii, where you could win up to $1 million. So get down to your local lottery retailer today, and welcome to Jurassic World. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
That's a touchdown. That was a good run by him, Keith. He really straightened out that stiff arm, and he went north and south, and he was gone.
This is the Morning Rush.
Get state sales tax paid when you trade right now at Rath Auto Resources. We're kicking off our July 4th used car event with an old favorite. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and get your state sales tax paid. Combine that with our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team, and there's never been an easier, more worry-free way to buy a quality pre-owned car. Get state sales tax paid when you trade during our July 4th used car event. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com.
When you're craving serious burger goodness, head to Hardee's for the all-new barbecued pulled pork Frisco burger. A charbroiled, quarter-pound, 100% Angus beef patty, topped with 16 hours slow-smoked barbecued pulled pork on toasted sourdough. Only for a limited time at Hardee's. Get a free pulled pork Frisco burger when you download the app and join My Reward. The app for terms.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Did your vehicle get some dents and dings during the recent hailstorms? If so, you don't have to wait months to get it repaired. Evans Body Shop has appointments available now. Our on-site paintless dent repair team is ready to work for you. As always, we offer a lifetime warranty on our painted and paintless dent repair and a complimentary interior detail. Check out our Facebook and website for before and after pictures, reviews, and more. Call or come in today for your appointment, and you'll see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Hey, this is Coach Olenek, but you can call me Doug. I'm one of the co-founders of Fat Boys Fireworks in Van Buren, along with my friend Dwayne Froud. In the fireworks business, you have to be willing to make deals and keep your prices low. That's exactly what we have done for over 21 years. Come see what we mean at 5524 Highway 59 North in Figure 5, Arkansas, 3 miles north of I-540.
You're going to tell me that you don't have no black cats, no Roman candles, or screaming Mimi? No, come on, man.
with the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
You know, we've been all over the place this morning, talking golf, talking 4th of July, a little bit of everything. I want to kind of stay on golf, Ty, here, because I've heard tell you had a recent hole-in-one. If you could play one golf course in the world this 4th of July weekend, where would it be?
I really want to play Troubadour in south of Nashville. I think a lot of, you could say, Augusta, and there's a lot of other courses across, but that's one that I've wanted to play now for a couple years. So I would say Troubadour in Nashville or College Grove.
I phrased the question this weekend. Augusta National would be on the top of my list other times of the year, but it's a ryegrass course, so there is no grass on the course this time of the year. That's why they're closed this time of the year. So I would probably say Cypress Point, that's out near Pebble Beach. If you got to play one golf course this weekend and you were guaranteed a prime tee, that would probably be my choice this weekend. Augusta in April, Augusta in November, probably Cypress right now.
Dan says
Cypress is about as exclusive as you get.
Dan says St. Andrews. That's
I'm going to play St. Andrews next April and cannot wait. We got a trip planned. Going to play like 8 courses over there, and that's a must. We're like, if we can't play the old course, we're not going.
Did you catch that invite, Colton?
No, I must have missed that one.
Chris, do you catch that invite?
No, I'll send you the details on the invoice on that thing. So
the invoice. I don't think I can.
It is a trip of a lifetime. Yeah.
Going to check on his property.
Chris, where would you play? If you could play one. You played a lot of courses. One course this weekend, guaranteed tee time, anywhere in the world. Where would it be?
I would agree Cypress. That Cypress and Seminole would be 2 on my list. Cypress would be my.
That's the one down near Tallahassee.
It's Seminole's in Jupiter.
Okay, but it's in
Palm Beach or Jupiter.
Okay, that area. Okay.
Yeah.
That I hadn't thought about that one. That one's kind of hard to get on.
Yeah.
There's a course. It's outside of Charleston called Bulls Bay. Darius Rucker's a member at. That's another one that would. Not that the major courses wouldn't be incredible or playing at the Waste Management and Scottsdale and stuff like that, but I just really like some of those nice prestigious country clubs. Those would be kind of the ones that I would hone in on outside of the state, just getting an opportunity to play that, because some of these are just beautiful this time of year, like you were talking about. JT says here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, he wants to play St. Andrews as well, like Dan and Rogers. So that seems to be a popular take.
Have you all seen, and this is not anybody can go play it, have you seen the new deal over at Big Cedar? The new
par 3.
I saw the videos. The one where you're hitting out of the cliff through
the waterfall.
I played Ozark National over there.
Mm-hmm.
I have not played Paynes yet. I played Buffalo, but and I walked Mountaintop, but I have not played Paynes and the new Cliffhanger looks awesome.
Paynes is great. Love Paynes. Honestly, if it was just we got to go play this 5 times a week, I'd pick Buffalo Ridge.
Yeah.
But I want to play. I haven't played the Cliffhanger.
Yeah, I want to play that one too. That the one video where you're hitting out of the cliff through the waterfall. I've never seen anything like that in golf before.
No.
Nothing.
I don't think anybody has.
No. And now was that who designed? Was that a Tiger deal too, or is that who?
I don't
designed?
think Tiger did that.
I don't think he did that. He did the obviously Paynes.
Yeah.
But Tiger's got some kind of par 3 he's done somewhere.
I think so.
But it wasn't there. So, well, here's the good thing, Ty. You can play all these courses we've just mentioned. Cart Path Social. They've got all these courses available where you can go play them in the air conditioning this weekend.
Yeah, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to play the course either. You play per day.
And you can get a tee time.
Yes, that too.
Good luck getting on Cypress on your own.
Go to cartpathsocial.com, 122 Grant Place in Lowell. Nate Garehand, Christian Olson will help you out. I was actually texting him a little bit last night. It's always BYOB. They're open till 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Normal hours the rest of the weekend. Check them out. 122 Grant Place in Lowell, right across from Atwoods. That's cartpathsocial.com. Always BYOB at Cart Path Social.
You like simulator golf? You doing the simulator stuff?
I do.
Yeah, I've gotten into that, particularly in the winter. That's great when you can't play outside.
And it's amazing the quality of it. And I mean, I've got a buddy in Fayetteville that's got a Golf USA store.
Yeah,
and he's
Chris.
got Chris
Knodel, good dude.
That's a fantastic store.
Yeah,
and he's got those simulators, and I mean, you can do. That's where it's better for going out and buying new clubs and getting fitted using that than it would be out on a range.
That's one of the things. Cart Path Social is a great spot for doing that. But yeah, buddy of mine, in fact, he caught us talking to my buddy Greg this morning. Upgraded the one at his house to like an overhead deal that we're doing, and he was telling me how great it was. So it's becoming the thing. People are building homes now,
right,
with simulator rooms in them. So that. Rather than try to retrofit, I don't have a other than my living room, and for some reason my wife can't see the benefit of having a simulator in our living room.
That's crazy.
All my other rooms are 8-foot ceilings, and I can't seem to talk her into putting a simulator right in the middle of the living room.
What's she thinking?
I don't know. It's very close-minded of her. I think very very selfish not to have company over, and we've got this big netting and screen. I said we can watch movies on it when we're not hitting golf balls.
Yeah.
She just can't quite see the vision I've got.
It's a two-way thing. It's not, you don't frame it. Your first mistake is framing it as a golf simulator. You frame it
listen,
you
Ty
frame
Richardson's
it.
marital advice.
Just listen. No, just listen. You frame it as a multi-purpose video / movie entertainment center where the kids and herself can watch watch rom-coms, whatever else, and it happens to be
support golf simulating functionality.
Yeah,
exactly. That's how you got to frame it. That's a rookie mistake on your part.
Facility.
Yeah.
Well,
come on, man.
Maybe be onto something there. Hey, Colton, clip that segment out and email it to me. I'll play that for her this weekend and see. I'll report back on Monday.
It's your messaging.
It's like she says most days. It's not what you said; it's how you said it. So, absolutely. So, Ty, kind of we're in Atlanta in like 2 weeks. SEC Media Days is what, a week from Monday? Start on the 14th. I mean, I know Chris is a huge Razorback football fan. Razorback anything fan.
Razorback anything.
But I know you're looking forward to football. What's kind of your approach on football this year?
I think I'm a realistic.
You're right
fan.
in the middle with the rest of them.
I'm right in the middle, and you got to. I think they were talking on Chuck and Bo yesterday. You got to win the games you're supposed to win, which we don't always do, and then you want to try to pick off a couple of these, like we did with Tennessee last year, that kind of thing. And this non-conference schedule, who's doing this?
Who's responsible?
I mean, we've got to do better with that. You want to go in knowing you got 4, and when you go 3, hopefully 3. And, I mean, I've got high hopes for Notre Dame. That's going to be a fun one.
11 o'clock in the morning. I hated that for the tailgating aspect and the atmosphere, but that would be that'd make the season if you could pick that one off.
That is a big deal.
That would. So I know we're all looking forward to it. Bet Saracen says 5.5 right now is the over/under win total. I think most of us will talk our way into 6 somehow, maybe 7 by the end of the summer. But that's what Bet Saracen says right now is 5.5, and I think that's where kind of when you I think that's when you ask most fans, that's kind of where they're at. They're I
know.
But we're just we've been talking throughout the week. The last couple of weeks, you're so competitive in every sport except football, and I guess women's basketball too, to a degree right now. But and you have a leadership change there. We'll see how that goes. But baseball, softball, volleyball has come back on strong. Track speaks for itself. You just, golf got the individual national champion. You just keep going down the list. Football's the one area. And we kind of related it to a great restaurant that had awesome sides, a wonderful salad, a great shrimp cocktail, but the steak was just, that's what we got to do. We got to get the steak around here to be.
And that one that bugs me more than anything is that Missouri game.
Yeah, I mean we don't. Yeah, that you're right. You live right here on the border. You're right here, so you probably hear it more than most of us with Missouri fans.
And you get
it's just that one. What are we 2-9? Is that what it is on that
all time? Yeah,
not all time.
Well, not all time because we beat them down in Shreveport, but yeah,
there's something like that. And out of those 9 they got, definitely.
Well, we beat ourselves about 5.
We did. I mean, I think you've got that series should be close to 500.
Well, that's what got Bielema fired.
Yeah.
That series right there is what got Bielema fired.
They were up in that 2016 game, if I remember my timeline right. They were up like 2 or 3 touchdowns against Drew Lock, and then they just let it slip away. Chris, I'm kind of with you, like with the combination of that Missouri and the A&M series, and you get A&M at home for the first time since 2013. You've got 3 wins against them since they joined the SEC. I'm looking at that stretch right in front of me right now between A&M, Auburn, and Mississippi State. If you want to have what fans would consider to be a good season, I mean, I really think you can win 3 straight there because your ending of the season is LSU, Texas, and both those games are on the road, and then Missouri at home. And I'm not chalking that Missouri game up to a win because you haven't proven you can win that game. But that middle meteor schedule, 3 straight home games, SEC before a bye, I really do think they can win 3 straight games there, guys.
Well, I mean, and at some point you're going to have to put multiple wins together.
Right.
And it can't be just, Arkansas State and Memphis. Or, they're going to have to win 3. They really must win 3 in a row to start the year.
That's right.
To have anywhere close to a minimal expectation. So, what you do in September may determine what turns out in November. I know they remember what you do in November, but if you don't perform well there, what you do in November is not going to matter.
Don't you think most realistic fans in the state would say this? I would anyway. If we could be that 8-ish win every year, and then every few years you get that 9-10 plus and go on a little run.
Would you take 7 and sit in the clubhouse?
That's my minimum.
It'd be hard not
minimum.
To. Yeah. All right, Century Bank of the Ozarks. We're going to be here another hour. Come by and see us. We're right in you can't miss us. We're right in the front door. Century Bank of the Ozarks, 2448 US 62 Business in Mountain Home, right next door to Colton's. Can't miss us. Joe's Grill and Cantina. They are ready for the weekend. In fact, they got the throwback platters today. The Kuko's Classics platters have made them famous. And, of course, Full Bar and the greatest Tex-Mex you're going to find is at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Endless enchiladas this weekend as well. 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps. It's Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Looking for a big new game to play? Well, there's no game bigger than the new dino-sized Jurassic World scratch-off games from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, which gives you a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. And if that weren't enough, you can enter for a chance to win an exciting trip to beautiful Hawaii, where you could win up to $1 million. So get down to your local lottery retailer today, and welcome to Jurassic World. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
This is the Morning Rush.
Get state sales tax paid when you trade right now at Rath Auto Resources. We're kicking off our July 4th used car event with an old favorite. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and get your state sales tax paid. Combine that with our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team, and there's never been an easier, more worry-free way to buy a quality pre-owned car. Get state sales tax paid when you trade during our July 4th used car event. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com.
When you're craving serious burger goodness, head to Hardee's for the all-new barbecued pulled pork Frisco burger. A charbroiled quarter-pound 100% Angus beef patty, topped with 16 hours slow-smoked barbecued pulled pork on toasted sourdough. Only for a limited time at Hardee's. Get a free pulled pork Frisco burger when you download the app and join My Rewards. The app for terms.
Hey, this is Coach Olenek, but you can call me Doug. I'm one of the co-founders of Fat Boys Fireworks in Van Buren, along with my friend Dwayne Froud. In the fireworks business, you have to be willing to make deals and keep your prices low. That's exactly what we have done for over 21 years. Come see what we mean at 5524 Highway 59 North in Figure 5, Arkansas, 3 miles north of I-540.
So you're going to tell me that you don't have no black cats, no Roman candles, or screaming Mimi? No, come on, man.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, plenty of sunshine. There's a slight chance of seeing a shower. Thunderstorm or high temperatures into the low 90s. Mainly clear, low 70s tonight, and then Thursday, sunshine, low 90s. Friday, we're back to sunny skies and a high in the low to mid 90s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 58 days. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Well, I see you got them snakes and sparklers. Where's good stuff, man?
Good stuff. This is the good stuff. Snakes and sparklers.
Are you nuts, dude? You need stuff that explodes. Go move.
Why is that?
Might as well ask, why is the tree good? Why is the sunset good? Why are boobs good? Man, firecrackers.
Did you yell America when you hit the accelerator?
Nope, no.
General Patton, sir. It's Sergeant Nichols. I've just been captured by 2 German nerds. We're not German. That's just what a German would say. Yeah, no. USA! USA! USA!
There was only one night game a year. On the 4th of July, the whole sky would brighten up with fireworks, giving us just enough light for a game. We played our best then, because I guess we all felt like the big leaguers under the lights of some great stadium. Benny felt like that all the time. We all knew he was going to go on to bigger and better games, because every time we stopped to watch the sky on those nights, like regular kids, he was there to call us back. You see, for us, baseball was a game. But for Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez, baseball was life.
When I was in school, we should sing something like this.
Live from the Bush Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
And it's hour number 2 of the Morning Rush live at Century Bank of the Ozarks in Mountain Home. 4th of July weekend. I know a lot of you have plans, festivities. Maybe you're grilling, maybe you're shooting off fireworks, maybe you're taking them in this weekend. Be safe. I know that's, Tommy, we see the occasional story or two. I know when we were teenagers, we might have been a little more reckless with our, let's just say the way we go about shooting fireworks nowadays. But you're a dad now, so you can't be doing bottle rocket wars or
I was being dad
shots.
last night. Who told you could shoot them off? So yeah, I was in full dad mode last night. You know the old phrase, "Look what the cat drug in." You ever heard that one time? Scott Tabor came by. He had a armored truck that he was making his deposit. He's got so much money he could come by and come in today. But Scott Tabor has slid by here at Century Bank of the Ozarks. I want to ask him some his thoughts on Norm DeBryan and going into the College Baseball Hall of Fame. Chris Harlan's here, so come on by. Be here another hour. Quick update. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. Going to be open today, 4 till 10 o'clock. But they're going to take a little time off for the 4th of July weekend. So if you want some Uncorked for the holiday weekend, better do it today, as they'll be closed on Friday and Saturday. They have got a wonderful menu. If you're looking for, maybe the coolest atmosphere in town, great patio, and just some unbelievable items on the menu. Guys, they got these fried deviled eggs. That are
fried devil eggs.
I'm telling you,
those are good.
Unbelievable. They got these spicy meatballs that are on their appetizer menu. Unbelievable. And then they do a bone-in pork chop with this like peach stuff they put on top of it. Oh, incredible. So get by, see them. Today's your day for this weekend. Uncorked next to Sodi's on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. Brother, how you doing?
Been
Scott
good.
Tabor.
Been good.
The
Stay
Scott Tabor in the house.
Mm-hmm. The Scott Tabor, the one who does more yard work than golf.
Well, this time of the year especially. So how's that going? You hadn't got your wife trained to get all that done for you?
She had her re-roofing the house and trimming some leaves on limbs 30 foot up on some trees in the backyard.
Maria's going to hear this. She's going to kill you, Scott. You're right. It's going to mess with you. Be careful.
Not allowed to listen to the radio.
I trust me. There's been many other things he should have been. He should have been off before by now that he's
By the
dead.
way, Ty, hole in one.
Yeah,
Hole in one?
no one believes
He's told
me.
everybody about it.
No,
I didn't hear. I heard it yesterday.
Were there witnesses?
There were witnesses, Chris.
Paid.
Good.
Paid witnesses. Paid witnesses.
They were in a program.
The biggest, Scott, the biggest issue is I may or may not have lost the club I hit it with. So
I'm still trying to figure this out. How did you lose the club?
Is it a 9-iron? Is it a 9-iron?
It's a 9-iron.
I found an extra 9-iron in my bag yesterday. What are you hitting?
A ping 425.
Ping.
Is it?
Yeah, is that it?
Oh, no, it's 424.
So,
sorry.
Yeah, close.
Close enough.
Close.
Just blacked out.
Hey, you're
How can you lose?
How do you lose? I'm still.
How can you lose?
I mean, I can see a sand wedge around a green. Even a putter.
Throw it up in the air and it lands in a tree, and you forget.
Did
to
you
go
throw
get
the
it.
club when it went in the
No,
hole?
I didn't throw the club.
Did you throw it up in the air
think-
in jubilance?
I think I left it. Pat at the golf note was asking me if I threw it in the brush, and I said I don't think so, but I blacked out. Imagine as bad as a golfer I am, and you accomplish the greatest thing that a golfer can do is hit a hole in one. So it's like you're in this zone, not in a zone, but you're just like you black out, and so I don't really remember a lot. Like leading
Did you
up.
buy drinks for everybody? That's the main question.
Chris, I did. I might have to refinance my house or something after the bar tab.
Well, I know what bank.
Saturday
Well,
night.
maybe
Well,
not for you.
you're at the
but-
right place. There's your new customer.
Clay said
you
he
never
would
know where your business is going to
co-sign.
come from.
For
You never know
most
where
people,
your
they
business-
do a signature loan. For you, however,
Well,
we're going to need some collateral.
I'll co-sign for you, Tom.
You know, okay, I gotta ask you this.
you need to hear about this bar bill first.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
He's on the course. I want y'all's opinion of this. So Clay is a Heisman Trophy voter, and there's a possibility that I get to do that this upcoming season. Is putting Clay?
Who would make that poor decision?
Well, just hear me. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Do you think Clay would allow me to put himself not as a reference, I guess, in this situation? Do you think he would?
I didn't know you could apply to be a Heisman
Well,
voter. So.
There's a possibility.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No,
Ty.
okay, not a good idea.
I mean, that means you need to understand something about football to be able to do this.
Well, I mean, a touchdown, 6 points.
I mean, you can't go. Listen, you can't get a ballot and just start
Yeah.
putting Darren McFadden on it every year.
Oh,
All right?
I was just gonna fill it out for how they wronged
Retroactive.
him in
Yeah.
2006 and 2007.
Because I know what you would do. You would put Darren McFadden 1, Darren McFadden 2,
Yeah,
Darren
yeah,
McFadden
just-
3.
And they go, well, he knows football.
Yeah.
He knows football.
Make up for it.
God, what does the world come to if Ty Richardson's a Heisman voter? Oh, my Lord. So, speaking of important stuff, your coach, Norm DeBryan, now been selected, will be inducted next year into the College Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, about time. Well deserved, and finally getting here. You know, a bunch of us were talking, and we've got a whole group of us going up right now. We're up to 20 some odd people. Former players are all kind of hearing about it and getting in touch, and we're setting it up.
You gonna go?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got our room booked and tables bought and everything like that. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see a bunch of the old guys coming back and newer guys that played years and years and years after us, and it should be a fantastic event.
We had Jeff King on the show. I don't know if y'all heard that conversation. What was that? A week ago or so? Ty?
I did hear that.
And he talked about his first time back was this season for the Texas series to be in Fayetteville. Just life happens, but it's good to see your group has been honored, been back a lot. Seems like y'all stay close. That he said they keep up with guys, but he was telling a funny story. He was in the airport to come there and ran into guys on his team and didn't even realize who he was because life had happened and 40 years had passed by.
And,
he was a pitcher. Oh, yeah, you were a pitcher on our team.
We're roommates. We were. Yeah. And, they talk about the clubhouse, and they talk about this team especially. It really brings back fond memories because this team, this year, they say, well, they fish together and they hang out together and they do this and they're friends. And I said, and back in '79, that was such a unique group of people. It's an older team. They brought in some JUCO guys. Steve Kruger and Ron Reynolds were people don't realize what a great contribution those two had. Steve Kruger's 23-2 in 2 years with a sub-3 ERA. 23-2. Think about that. Mm-hmm. And Ron Reynolds ended up in the big leagues for several years. He's phenomenal. So he was my first catcher, and you talking about a good place to start.
It just dawned on me. What the hell did y'all do in your off time? You didn't have video games?
No.
You didn't have social media. You didn't have phone.
Thank God.
I mean, when you used a phone, you took quarters. I mean, What in the world?
That's why I never called my mother. She goes, "What's you call it?"
You had quarters for laundry and quarters for phone calls back in your day.
So she said, "Well, you
what
can
in
call,
the world did
you
y'all
can call
do?
collect, and I'll say no, I won't accept it, and that way at least I'll know you're okay." I said, "Okay, I'll do that." But that's the way it was.
So y'all were forced to spend time together.
Yeah. Well, we had cookouts. We hunted. A lot of us hunted. We'd go out to Bob Kidd Lake and shoot ducks, and we'd go fishing. In fact, the day we heard we got an at-large bid to the regional tournament in Tallahassee, which was the top regional that year. Florida State was Florida and Florida State were really, really good. We were fishing. We were driving down the road out by Hickory Park somewhere, just came up off the lake out of the back of a slough and just got in John Hennell's pickup truck and driving down the road and heard it on the radio. We go, going to a regional.
How about that?
Yeah.
Now
That's how it works.
Now, Scott, to the story that Tommy just told about Jeff Keane, do you think will there be any teammates that don't? Because I was just while we were talking, I was googling some old 1979 pictures of Scott Tabor. Do you think anyone will not
Did he have
recognize
hair
you?
then?
Not only did I not have did I have hair, I had an afro, and I had the third best afro on the team. Johnny Ray, Ron Reynolds, and then me. Johnny, I think, is going to be there.
Is that official vote on those, or is that just?
Well, it's kind of like
the Heisman panel vote on that.
I'll tell you how that is. It's kind of like I don't know if you guys know, but I was voted when my daughter was 10. I was voted the world's best softball coach.
Nice.
I've got a trophy and a ball that says world's best softball.
I've got one that says number one dad. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so that's the same.
World's
thing.
greatest.
Yeah.
Now we're going down to Seinfeld.
Well, I think it was greatest, not the best, but
Yes.
world's greatest. And so I've got a trophy to prove that. But I think it was probably along the same line.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
and again, on the uniqueness of that team, I wish there were a story being. There are no stats. You can't go back and look at old Southwest Conference baseball statistics. University of Arkansas, there are none.
Well, there wasn't even a website when they closed up.
You can't find it. No, there is no website.
Yeah.
There's no set. But we had
I
a
know
deaf
one
shortstop.
record.
We had a deaf shortstop. The story's never been told. Fantastic, phenomenal story. I didn't even know he's deaf. First 2 months I was there. Norm was screaming at him one time, and it turned around and goes, "Holy cow, I'm screaming at a deaf guy." I'm going, "Who's deaf?" He goes, "Cobweb's deaf." I go,
That's his name?
Yeah. I go, "Cobweb's deaf?" He goes, "Yeah."
Speaking of stories, I mean, someone's going to introduce. No, I don't know how their ceremony will go, but when it's your job to introduce and to honor someone in a Hall of Fame type situation, you got to tell a story or two.
Yeah.
So if you were going to be that person, if you had to select a story or two to tell about Norm, what would be one you could tell in front of a Hall of Fame banquet?
Let's throw me on the spot. Give me a little heads up. There's a lot of little stories, and as a pitcher, Norm wasn't my direct coach. Coach B wasn't my direct coach. Tom Hilt was our pitching coach. It was his first year as pitching coach, and it was every day practice. After we'd have our sit down, he would go through stuff pregame speech, which I used to have recordings of it. I finally slipped a recorder in my bag and would record a lot of his dugout speeches because they were phenomenal. And I lost a cassette. There was just some crazy stuff go on. But so the pitchers would go down there, and everybody else would go that way, and we wouldn't see each other till till group drills, if we did some group drills that day. But all of my stuff was looking at watching Coach D up, from afar. As a pitcher, you wanted to stay from afar.
One of the unique things
he wasn't going to talk to you unless you were really screwed up.
You didn't want him to talk. One of the unique things about him that some know but many don't, he's left-handed and he was a catcher, which is unheard of. Unheard of.
Clay told me that, and I never knew that. I'm thinking, how did I never? Or I probably knew it at one time, but it didn't register to me that that's what he did. And you know what? His strength and his durability is his strength and the great thing about him is his loyalty to the program, loyalty to his players, and his perseverance, because he had to account for every single baseball. He had to account for every single dollar. He forgot the meal money one time on a road trip.
I've heard that story.
Threw it away, and every baseball. I mean, you had a freshman.
So if a foul ball got hit or a home run, you had to go
down Razorback Road. If it went down right field, it hit Razorback Road. It would go all the way, if it stayed in the road, all the way past the track, and you've got your spikes on, running down the concrete bleachers. You didn't have to worry about hitting anybody because however many parents and girlfriends were there, that was it. You run all the way down chase it down. Sometimes you had to.
It'd be in front of Bud Walton right now, wouldn't it?
Past that actually.
Yeah,
down where the tennis complex.
For those that don't know, that George Cole Field was where the parking deck, and I guess part of maybe the indoor football. That's pretty where it's set, right?
Well, it's where the practice fields are, right across from
field?
Pomfret. Yeah, right behind Pomfret.
Yeah, so that's where the baseball field was 30 years ago.
So you asked about a story. I'll tell you my wake up story to college baseball was like I said, I was walk-on freshman year, and on Wednesdays I didn't get out of class till 1:15, and practice started at 1:30. And so by the time I got out of class, walked down the hill, went into Pomfret because we didn't have a locker room, changed clothes, put on my stuff. And we'd had a test that day, and I came out. It was just a beautiful day, and I'm not trotting out. I was going to be late every Wednesday. As I'm walking out behind the outfield fence, there's a sidewalk, and they were already having meetings and talking. It was grade report day, and I won't even tell the players. Stuart Hutchinson, and he was phenomenal, 6'6" fireball pitcher from West Memphis, and played basketball with Keith Lee and that whole group. And Norm was chasing him across the outfield, swinging at him with a bungo bat. And he wasn't swinging just to make a point. He was trying to.
I'm guessing
he's
didn't have all
his prize
A's.
hog, and he wasn't making his grades. And oh man, it was getting. I think Stewart probably smarted off to him. I don't know. I wasn't there for that, but I can tell you what, I took off at a dead sprint, and I made it back to the dugout before they did, and I sat there like this, thinking I'm next. I don't know what's going on. But Norm was very, very, very fiery back then, but he had to be. He had to have control because he had to go through a lot just to get the program started and keep it running. And once he had that success in '79, you really watched him mellow out and change things. But he wanted to keep it going.
You want to hang out a little while? Or
Sure,
you got to go?
yeah.
All right. Scott Tabor's here. Chris Harlan has been kind enough to have us here at Century Bank of the Ozarks. We're right next door to Colton's. 2448 US 62 Business and Mountain Home. But I think if I just tell everybody next to Colton's,
that's the best. That's probably the best.
It's probably the best descriptor of where we're at. And if you're looking for a new bank, maybe your bank's let you down. Maybe you've been told no elsewhere on a loan that you need, and you need to talk to somebody new. You've got a full, you got a full service bank. Maybe you don't have the size or the branch numbers of other banks, but you got all the technology and all the abilities that any bank in the state would have.
Right, and we, as I said, we hope the best service anywhere around.
Yeah, great people. So come by and see us here this morning, and they'd love to talk to you about your banking needs at Century Bank of the Ozarks. Pool. If your pool's a little bit cloudy, not quite where you want it to be, get by and see Burton Pools and Spas, or maybe you're looking out in that backyard like Clark Griswold was in Christmas Vacation, dreaming of a pool. Doughboy Above Ground Pools, now up to $1,500 off, or dive into summer with in-ground, semi-in-ground pools, starting at $190 a month. Or you can get an in-ground pool with a free heater to extend your swim time with Burton Pools and Spas right now on select pools. That's Burton Pools and Spas, 4 locations, Fort Smith, Springdale, Greenland, and Hot Springs. Online at burtonpools.com. Ty, Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
So is that scene more iconic, or is it and why am I blanking on the Judge Reinhold movie with Phoebe Cates? What's the movie? Y'all help me on this. Y'all are older than me.
Oh, he's talking about Fast Times.
Yeah, Fast Times. It's the Fast
Ridgemont
Times.
High. Okay, yeah.
I think every male's mind went exactly to where you were talking about with with both of those movies. Jeez Louise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Good old pool references here on the Morning Rush. All right, we got our SEC update when we come back. A certain university,
a pool and a pond. Pond might be better for you, Todd. Yeah. There's another movie reference.
In this case,
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know what movie reference. You're going to have to tell me during the break with that. You're going to have to help me
Caddyshack.
out. Okay.
You got a pool and a pond.
I got
Pond might be better for you.
Fair enough. All right, SEC update when we come back. There's a story out on NOLA.com about the LSU Tigers doing something for this upcoming football season. We'll share it with you next.
First, I want to apologize for Coach not being here. I know you guys probably wanted Gladys Knight, but you got one of the Pips, so I'm happy to step in for Gladys tonight.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Oh, that midnight train to Georgia. Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Been a minute. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's nice to be heard from.
This is the Morning Rush.
The difference between an average morning and a Hardee's morning is hearty goodness that lasts till lunchtime. Like Hardee's smoked sausage biscuit. Split Hillshire Farm smoked sausage on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. And our Frisco breakfast sandwich with cherrywood smoked bacon or ham on toasted sourdough. Hardee's. Goodness in the making. Download the
Thanks
app
for
and
watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Choose your escape. Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. Take a luxurious dip with the $5 Classic box. Indulge in a lavish meal with the $7 Supreme box. Or explore new worlds with the $9 Discovery box, now featuring the crispy chicken burrito for a truly unmissable experience.
Is that Tony Hawk?
Get Lux for less, only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
Roback's got the gear for your perfect summer days.
Summers nipping on the run. Now the beachfront nights, 5,000 thunderstorms. Won't you kiss me, darling? Tell me that you're gonna stay. Yeah. Give me those East Coast summers, Maryland to Maine. Now the seaside.
Shop polos, hoodies, Q-zips, and much more in the American Summer Collection at Roback.com.
Roback made finding the perfect pair of pants or shorts much easier. They're a clean fit with comfortable premium fabric. They look great on and off the golf course. So shop at Roback.com for the Delta pants and shorts.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and football season right around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis and NFL futures, BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering information. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Bet online. The game starts here.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does.
It's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
And I was down there at the Manning Passing Academy last week playing catch with Taylor Green. Guess what? 6'6" with a rocket. I've got Bobby Petrino, Coach Pittman, and the Razorbacks are ready to roll. Let's go. Let's freaking go.
That was John Gruden talking about Taylor Green as they recently sent Coach Gruden some Arkansas equipment, some Arkansas apparel and memorabilia, including a couple helmets. And he was in Thibodaux, Louisiana, getting a chance to watch Taylor Green, Garrett Nussmeier, and some other SEC quarterbacks as well. Tommy, we were talking a little bit earlier this week. It's like, hey, what does Pittman say at media days here? I guess 2 weeks from today when he's up at the podium. And man, Gruden got me a little excited for football. Just him talking, not only he talks some basketball as well, but I think he got some Arkansas fans. I don't know if rejuvenated is the right word, but I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed that yesterday.
Yeah, and I was watching that video. He's cutting that box open, and he had a lot of energy with that. So I think if you haven't seen that video, it's probably going to pop up on your feed at some point. But that was pretty neat. I don't know if they always send those boxes out had the big kind of Razorback logo deal on the side with some stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then he, talking about Frank Broyles, the old story. You played the clip there, but yeah, he had a lot of energy in that video.
Yeah,
so.
there's a lot of athletics departments and equipments department that have sent him stuff, and I'm glad Arkansas ended up doing that as well. Speaking of equipment, this is a story from NOLA.com. LSU is going to put stitchable ads on their uniforms, Tommy, barring NCAA preventing them to do so. It would help apparently make millions of dollars per year. They said they don't want to NASCAR it, basically, where there's too much on it. But it looks like that we're trending. We've seen this already in professional sports, but LSU might be the first SEC school to do it when it comes to on the actual jerseys themselves.
Well, I think if you want to think about it, they've been doing it for years. They've been giving Nike or Adidas or Under Armour's been giving the schools money for years. Right. That hasn't flowed down. You look at the NBA, even the referee uniforms have, was it Emirates or something that's on there. Major League Baseball had a deal with crypto. So, I mean, we've seen it, and it's been in pro sports, but college sports has had it. It's just now maybe the money goes closer to the athletes or at least to fund some of this revenue sharing.
Crown Royal or walk-ons?
To provide the
I think Crown Royal would be the LSU. the colors would fit a little better. Yeah.
What were you saying, Scott?
I said that was just providing uniforms, and it was a big deal with what uniforms you were going to be sponsored by that year. And some of the equipment was good, some of it wasn't.
Yeah. I don't think the kids will care what they wear now if they're going to get some money for a patch or whatever on it.
A lot of people say,
again, world's changing.
I don't know what happened there. All right, continue on your SEC update. J.J. Bush committed to Arkansas yesterday. Young man's from Theodore, Alabama, 4-star linebacker, picked the Razorbacks over the LSU Tigers and Missouri Tigers as well. So big get. Scott, this also came out in an email yesterday, and you were talking about the Southwest Conference didn't have stats. Arkansas had 80 student athletes on the spring honor roll. Were you on the Southwest Conference honor roll back in your playing days by chance?
Absolutely not. No. I was maybe one or two times, but things were a little different then. We didn't have you didn't have computers where you could go on the road and take your computer and do your classes, do your homework. I tried.
They just stayed back and did them for you, right?
I tried to carry my books on a few road trips and study. When there's 13 people in a van with their equipment, you don't have room for your books for one thing, and you just can't do it.
Plus the calculator.
So it was a little different.
Yeah, calculators nowadays.
The calculators.
They can do like everything nowadays. They basically do all the work for yourselves when it comes to your math classes. So I think the students nowadays may be a little more enhanced than what you had to deal with.
Yeah,
sounds like.
Yeah, the calculators were brand new back then.
Yeah,
and they would you could use them for your homework, but you couldn't use them on your test.
Instead of the TI-84, it was the TI-1, right, Scott?
TI-130. It was a TI-130.
TI-130.
It was a big deal. Yeah.
All right, that's your
Big
SEC.
Deal.
That's your SEC update this morning. We're live at Century Bank of the Ozarks in Mountain Home this morning here on the Morning Rush.
Yeah, going to be here a little while longer. Have had some folks stop in and say hello, and hope you do as well. We're brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. They've got 2 locations, Fort Smith and in Salisaw, Oklahoma. They handle all kinds of family law, but Jackie's also got plenty of experience with car wrecks, slip and fall, dog bite cases. If you need help, with getting your insurance check, and Scott, I know you love that part, you can do that with Mock Legal Solutions. The laws have also changed when it comes to joint custody. It's now the default in Arkansas, so don't be afraid to go to trial. They've had real success with Mock Legal Solutions. 479-769-1505, 769-1505, or go to mocklegalsolutions.com. Century Bank of the Ozarks, right next door to Colton's. If you're heading out for lunch, just stop in and say hi. We'll be here a little bit longer. Scott Tabor, our good buddy, baseball aficionado, part of that 78 team, still has the record. 79 team. I always confuse the football.
78 Final Four.
It was all right. Fall of 78. All right, it was fall of 78.
Anyway,
spring of 79.
Also, I was trying to get to the complete games record you still held, but to hell with it. I'm not even going to mention you're still in the record books. So
longevity.
Yeah,
it's a longevity deal.
Yeah. What, 29 complete games?
28.
28. So I'm only off 1 digit. So happy July the 3rd.
Thank you. Holiday starts soon.
Yeah, exactly. Fireworks tonight on the lake up here.
I know.
Ty, you can come up. Tabor's going to do a sunset cruise. You can get on his boat. You can do backflips off the top deck.
Double-decker.
A double-decker boat, and he'll carry you right up to the Twin Bridges. You can watch the fireworks.
Yeah. Well, I'll do that. Actually, we're not going to do that this year. I just got my boat back. It's been broken down. They got it back yesterday.
Yeah.
So but we decided we're going to pass on that this year.
Well, I know it's always a busy time when that thing is over out there. Everybody going their own way.
Really
cool. If you haven't downloaded the Oakland Sports app, be sure and do that. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Once you've made your deposit, you're automatically enrolled in the promotion. Get a second chance on your first bet each of the first 10 days for up to $100 per day in bonus bets. They have a 10% profit boost for new and existing customers on 3-leg parlays that qualify, and funding's never been easier with debit and credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, Venmo, and more, plus on-site cash. Arkansas's best sports betting app. Bet with the brand you trust. Bet with Oakland Sports.
How many Chiefs flags and polos, Tommy, have you seen since getting up to kind of our 104.3 listening area? Because I've got an announcement for all the Chiefs fans.
I haven't seen any this trip, but doesn't mean you won't.
Well, I don't. For those that don't know, Dan Mears.
It is Chiefs country here.
Yeah, so. He's the KC Wolf. He has announced his retirement as the director of shenanigans, a.k.a. the mascot. 35 years with the Chiefs, went over 10,000 events, 38 states, 12 countries. So I guess I don't know if they're going to do an open audition for the KC Wolf and who's going to end up being the mascot, but for the KC devout fans and not just in ESPN.
I've got to call my wife.
The job is open.
Maria's always wanted to be a mascot.
Yeah, there you go. I think y'all could be Mr. and Mrs.
She has a dream of being half pint. What is the Razorback mascot? That one half
Suey or what?
Suey,
yeah.
1 half the little one. I guess
yeah,
that's the one you could wear.
Yeah. So there you go.
My
dream job.
One of my buddies that I went to high school with, who's a year older than me, Taylor Thomas. He actually was. Tusk. He was Big Red. Not Tusk. He was Big Red at school at Arkansas. And my other buddy was Boss Hog, John Pyatt. And it is you get to, it's a pretty swell gig. You get to go to all the games. You get a per diem. You get paid. It's not a bad thing to be a part of. And I would guess this director of shenanigans role is probably even more enhanced, being it's with the Kansas City Chiefs. And there's a good chance you're going to go to a Super Bowl here in these next few years.
So is Boss Hog the big blow-up one?
He's the big, and he was a stick, man.
That thing's cool.
Yeah.
That thing is so cool.
This kid's from Sparkman, Arkansas, and he's like $120 soaking wet. And the fact that he would be in that giant Boss Hog suit was really entertaining to me.
I can't imagine how hot it would be in one of those in early September.
Have you ever seen them where they'll flip over upside down? And I see, I've never had one of those either, but he does that. And he will irritate me when he comes. We're on the third row, and he'll come up and be talking to some kids, and the line of scrimmage is right there, and it's
finally
3rd and 1 on the 25, and we're going 4th and 1. We're going for it, and he'll stand right there. I'm going.
Get out of the vantage point. Get out of the vantage point.
Out of the way.
Get
out of the way.
Yeah. There's like a fan, Tommy. There's like fans inside of it. So even when it's really hot, they have and I think there's ice packs and stuff. So he would still get hot, but it's not like he was going to pass out in the thing or anything.
Yeah.
We used to have, and I don't know why we had it, and I think we threw it away a few years ago. We had a mascot suit for the radio station. And it was like a dog or something, like, it's like, and yeah, it didn't take. I mean, it didn't take too many. I never wore it. Fortunately, I got to delegate that. But we had some people that thought it was cool and would do that. But man, they could come out of that thing soaking wet.
Oh yeah, I used to dress up as Santa every Christmas Eve and do Santa sightings for little kids, and it'd be 20 degrees outside, and I got a wig on and the beard and the fat suit, and you're soaking wet.
You were having hot flashes.
Having hot flashes. I gave that gig up.
I've taken the role as the mascot, Scott, around here pretty much. The clown mascot, I guess.
Well, you do a good job.
Thank you.
Everybody that comes in the door since you've arrived just like stops. I mean, they see you and they just freeze.
They're blown away. Man, that's the best hair I've ever seen.
They start to run away.
Yeah.
Trying to stop.
What's going on here? Why is that guy wearing a headset right here in the front of the bank? So, Century Bank of the Ozarks, 2448 US 62 business. Great people. You're going to love Chris and his team. We're going to talk to a couple more team members and Chan and the staff coming up here in just a bit. Just a wonderful group of people. If you're looking for a new banking home, or maybe you're new to the area, maybe you found the Ozarks to be home and you're looking for a banking home, they've got it. Plus, they got all the technology from apps and ways to do the online banking to make it easier for you. So come by and see the staff. We're going to talk to them coming up here in just a few minutes. Century Bank of the Ozarks next to Colton's in Mountain Home. We're not far. What are we, 15 minutes from Gaston's, something like that?
Yeah,
maybe 20 tops.
20,
be a good weekend to go to Gaston since you're not getting out on the water tonight.
Oh, we'll go to the water
for the fireworks. You could go to Gaston's for a big meal.
I could.
They're going to have it going on this weekend. 870-431-5202 is their number. You can make dinner reservations. So if you're kind of in town but you're maybe staying with family or doing something different, Gaston's is still there for your holiday weekend meals. And maybe last minute, I hadn't called over and talked to Jacob and his team, Cheryl, and the reservations staff. That's just awesome. They may have a few last-minute openings if you're looking for last-minute plans. 870-431-5202. But, whether it's Labor Day or you got a birthday weekend or an anniversary coming up, or just, hey, I got 4 or 5 days off work and I'm ready to do something different, Gaston's is the place. 870-431-5202. I hear the fishing's really good right now.
Whenever we have guests come in town, we always take them there.
Yeah.
And all of our exchange students we've had would take them there, and they're just gaga over the restaurant.
And the view, and then all the boat motors and the bicycles.
I still do it. I've been in there 100 times, and I still do it. I used to have that one.
Yeah.
My grandpa had that boat motor.
870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time.
Every time.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Arkansas, and I'll give you about 115 billion reasons. I love the reasons.
Razorbacks.
This is the Morning Rush.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
The Golf Nut is thrilled to introduce new products for 2025, including Cobra Dark Speed Adapt Woods and Irons, King G440 Woods and Irons, and TaylorMade QI35 Woods. Lap putters, including the latest OZ model, are also available. Whether you want to improve your swing or enjoy the game, the Golf Nut offers a range of options. Book a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators and experience golfing greatness. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue for your ultimate golfing destination.
Hey, it's Matt Jones. If the weather has raked your roof and you need a roofing company you can trust, call my friends at Patriot Brothers Roofing. They are licensed, bonded, insured, and lifetime River Valley residents located in Van Buren.
Thanks, Matt. We are also the only roofing company in the River Valley that installs a full CertainTeed integrity roof system and registers a 50-year warranty directly with CertainTeed. Avoid the door knockers and storm chasers. We are local and we will be here long after the storm chasers are gone.
Check out PatriotBrothersRoofing.com or call 479-652-9479.
Patriot Brothers Roofing, because your home deserves only the best.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Whether you're opening your first checking account, purchasing your first home, saving for your first big vacation, or opening a new business, First Star Bank offers hometown service with the latest in digital banking technology. Our local team makes banking fast, convenient, and easy. From simple everyday banking to helping you fulfill your dreams, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. First Star Bank. We'll be there through all your firsts. Learn more at firststar.bank or stop by one of our local branches today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV with hands-free driving assistance and go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $900 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline to join the local conversation on ESPN Arkansas.
I want to talk to you. It's something I want to get off my chest.
877-377-6963.
Okay, talk to me.
Very strong, very different opinions.
Serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years. Lewis Automotive Group, home of the Lewis Guarantee.
A lot of people say, what is a Razorback? Well, back in the day, they had this old coach, Bez Dagger. I can't remember his name. It's like 1909. He said, our team played like a wild bunch of Razorbacks. That became their nickname. Ooh, Pink Suey. I love this hat.
We're talking about mascots a little earlier, the opening, I guess, for Kansas City and the Kansas City Wolf, as Dan Mears has announced his retirement. Arkansas is one of the most iconic mascots in all of sports, and that was John Gruden giving some credit to, obviously, yours yesterday. And during the unveiling, the unboxing, whatever you want to call it, kudos to the Arkansas equipment staff sending him a bunch of good items and giving you a little pub on Barstool Sports.
Well, I would have I'd like to get a box like that. That's for sure.
That's what I was thinking.
We're at Century Bank of the Ozarks is where we're at, next door to Colton's and Mountain Home. We're going to talk to Chan, but we're going to talk to the person who really runs things around here. We're going to talk to Gail in just a minute as well. First, I want to tell you about QC Kinetics. If you're headed into the holiday weekend and you got out of bed this morning, anyone get out of bed this morning, their back, their knee, their shoulder, their hip maybe popped or creaked or it aches?
Every morning.
Every morning.
Always.
And your doctor has said surgery, drugs, or downtime are maybe the only solution. I'm watching Tabor crawl up into his truck out there. QC Kinetics is there for us. Aging is not for sissies, and sometimes we just need some help, but we don't want to go through the rehab and all the things that go along with surgery. That's where QC Kinetics can use your body's own healing properties to heal itself. It's cellular treatment with growth factors from your body. Nothing that they're going to use in the process comes from anywhere other than your own body, and 92% of their patients report satisfaction with their results. That's not just a number, but should give you peace of mind that you're maybe looking into something that will work for you. 479-999-1234 is their number. They're in Northwest Arkansas. 999-1234 for our friends at QC Kinetics. Century Bank of the Ozarks, been around since 1894, but been in Mountain Home in this location, 4 years now?
Right.
And
4 years.
Chris and the team here, y'all have done such a great job of making yourselves part of the community and really being a part of the fabric of Mountain Home and service. I can just see it hanging out here the last few hours. Y'all provide tremendous service to your customers.
We certainly do. That's our primary focus, is to make sure that the customer has a great experience when they come into our office, and we just make the customer our focus on everything that we do.
Now, what do you do here, Gail? What are you in charge of?
I'm not in charge of anything.
Now that's what people that are in charge of everything say, right, Chan?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
We'd have to close up pretty quick if we didn't have Gail in here cracking the whip.
I am a loan officer here at Century Bank.
So you've been in the banking business quite a while.
Yes, I have. Over 40 years.
So
So
since the third grade.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So now if someone's thinking, hey, I'd like to have that new side-by-side or new boat, or they're thinking, I'm building a home and I need to get permanent financing or construction loan, or they've got a business that needs a line of credit on their inventory. None of all those things are things y'all deal with every day.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we really are a full service lender. You name it on the consumer side, we make those loans. Gail, like she said, over 40 years, and I've been doing this for 26 years. So we've seen a little bit of all of it, and it's kind of a one-stop shop. You can come in for a vehicle loan or a side-by-side. We can also help you start your business or, capital financing for your business. And we're excited. We're just now rolling out some fixed rate mortgage products. So we really are going to be a one-stop shop. I doubt that you're going to be able to come up with something that we haven't seen before or are able to put our heads together and try to help you with.
Y'all Razorback fans?
Of course.
So I'm originally from Southeast.
That's a no.
Nebraska.
He's saying no.
No. He went straight to the explanation.
They're Team 1A for me.
All right.
I'm a huge
college. How long have you lived here?
2 years.
All right. In Arkansas.
Yeah, right.
All
Right here in Mountain Home.
Yeah.
But Chris, as you know, huge hog supporter,
I thought it was on the employment application at the bank.
Right.
If you're not a hog fan,
Yeah.
It's an offline item that you have to answer correctly. But we do enjoy the hogs, and we do pull for them as long as they're not playing our Kansas State Wildcats. So,
well, that's worked out okay for Arkansas in recent times. So, We're not scared.
Right.
We're not
Yeah,
scared of all.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, if you'd have rolled in here with Alabama or
No.
you know, something else, Texas. I mean, you didn't. Well, you wouldn't be here if you were a Texas fan. Let's be honest.
That's right.
Amen.
Chris wouldn't allow that.
Horns down.
So y'all excited about football season?
Oh, definitely. Getting ready.
Yeah. So it's I know that's we're reaching that time of the year. We're getting through vacations. Kids are getting back into their summer stuff with schools, and we're only about 60 days away from football season.
Hey, Coach Aries got something special going here in Mountain Home with the Bombers. I've got 2 daughters that play volleyball. There's not a better culture in high school sports, I don't think, than here. And beat Harrison.
You know that
and beat Harrison.
Beat Harrison.
Yeah. Well, we were over here at Mountain Valley Water the day of that game last year and did all of our shows there. That has become it's been a rivalry for a long time, but I think it's one of the more underrated rivalries in high school sports is in football when Mountain Home and Harrison played. It wasn't competitive for a while, but Mountain Home has made it very competitive in the last few years.
Yep.
So it's become interesting. Where's the game? Is that game's over there this year at Harrison, or no? It's here in Mountain Home this year. So that'll make it even more fun for you guys.
Right.
So.
Hey, and I went to high school in Harrison. I'm converted. I'm a Bomber fan now.
Well, our guy Jamie, he's kind of that way. He was born in Mountain Home, moved to Harrison, back to Mountain Home, back to Harrison. Nobody wanted him, so they ping pong. They volleyed him around. So, but all right. People can come by and see. Y'all got all the apps and the toys too. That's what makes banking here easy. I mean, anymore we want to transfer money. We want to because your kids call and they don't need 10, they need 50 now.
That's exactly right.
So y'all make it easy for make it too easy maybe.
Yeah, we do Zelle. We've got online banking. We've got of course our app, our bank app, where you can just transfer online. You can do it all from your phone.
I think one of the things that makes Century Bank special is you still get that personalized service like you mentioned earlier, but we're relevant enough that we have all the new bells and whistles to go along with your accounts, and we can help you on the technology side of things too.
I've got a friend of mine that works at one of the big brand banks. We'll just say, got lots, and just you can tell by listening and talking and trying to do anything. There's too many people involved sometimes.
Yeah.
You want to get a loan approved for what is really not a huge amount of money. Like 10 people have to touch that, and that's the thing about dealing with a local bank. The loan committee's a pretty small room. Y'all make decisions quick,
and we have access to the CEO with a phone call. I mean, it's easy if we need any kind of assistance in a deal that we're trying to get done.
And if you're a Hog fan, the loan rate's a little cheaper. If you're a Texas fan, it's another half point, right?
There you go.
I think if you're a Texas or LSU fan, it might be automatic denial. I didn't say that on air, but no, quick turnaround is important to us. That level, we know it's a big financial decision. A lot of times when people come in to see us, and we know it's important to them to get an answer in a timely manner, and hopefully we can provide that for them.
What's the weirdest thing someone wanted to get a loan on? What's the weirdest piece of collateral someone presented in your banking career?
Oh my gosh!
I figured you'd say not cattle, but some kind of weird livestock or something.
I mean, cattle's our deals. So
back 100 years ago, they used to make loans on chattel property like furniture and things in your house. You could pledge personal. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And I've never had anybody offer that, but just loose assets like that used to be kind of a thing. And thank heavens we don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So if you want to deal with someone that you can walk in to their office, you can meet them, you can shake their hand. Century Bank of the Ozarks. The loan committee's right here, right?
Hey.
Pretty much right here. So come on and see them. Local service, local bank, Century Bank of the Ozarks. Give me the website so people can find it online.
www.cbozarks.com.
cbozarks.com. Y'all got big 4th of July plans?
I'm heading up to Table Rock to see some family.
Awesome.
Yep. Leaving later this afternoon.
All right.
Just watching fireworks at Lake Norfolk.
There you go. That's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So, y'all have a big weekend and enjoy. Hey, isn't it great if it's on a Friday? Get along.
Yes,
it's rare that the
weekend.
bakers get a long holiday,
That's
right?
right.
All right. So, come by and see them.
Hey, thanks so much for coming today, guys. We appreciate having you here. You bet.
Ty, we got you signed up. 9%, payment every month, and
Say
yeah,
9?
we got you going there. 9% for you. Yeah.
That seems a little high.
15. Come on down.
Yeah.
We'll get a wet signature.
Right.
All right, halftime coming up next. This is the Morning Rush. Have a great 4th of July.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.